The Edmonton Oilers have acquired defenseman Jake Walman from the San Jose Sharks in exchange for forward Carl Berglund and a conditional 2026 first-round draft pick. 29 years old, left-handed defenseman, 6'1", 215 pounds. Walman began his NHL playing career on the outside looking in St. Louis, becoming a serviceable 7th defenseman injury replacement for them, before ultimately being sent to Detroit in 2021 as part of the package that sent Nick Leddy back to St. Louis. We're going to touch on it from Detroit's angle in a second here. I just want to focus on Edmonton and San Jose first. Walman's in year 2 of 3 of a contract that pays him an average of $3.4 million per season. So again, we're not talking about a rental player here for the Oilers. And in Jake Walman, we are talking about a defenseman who is having a breakout season on the San Jose Sharks this year. 6 goals and 26 assists for 32 points in only 50 games this season, all while averaging 23 minutes of ice time per game. Although perhaps the most impressive stat in Walman's line this year is that he is only a -1 on that Sharks team. Daily Faceoff hasn't updated the D pairings as of yet. I would assume you'll see Walman slot on that second pair alongside Evan Bouchard. Lord knows he needs the help, which will push Brett Kulak down to that third pair. And then you could be looking at a third pair for the Oilers of Kulak and Klingberg. You could do a lot worse heading into the playoffs. And it looks like the condition on the 2026 first rounder is just a top 12 protected pick. So if it is a pick in the top 12, it slides to 2027. Now from the Sharks perspective, I mean, this is just A+ asset management all across the board for Mike Grier. Now keep in mind here, guys, Detroit traded Jake Walman to San Jose for future considerations, but they also gave San Jose a second-round draft pick in that deal. Shout out to Ty here on Twitter who breaks it down as follows. The Walman trade from the Sharks perspective: 2026 first-round draft pick, a 2025 second-round pick, Carl Berglund, who looks like he was thrown in just to make the numbers work, and 6 months of Jake Walman, and the Red Wings get nothing. Keep trusting the Yzer plan, boys. Now, having just watched this San Jose team play the Leafs, let me tell you, they are young, they are exciting. It's almost a polar opposite of what's happening in Chicago right now with that rebuild. Sharks now sit with nearly $40 million in cap space. Let that sink in. They just flipped Nico Sturm to the Panthers for a 4th-round pick as well. And now when you start to look at the draft picks this team has accumulated, it is staggering. 2 firsts, a second, and a third this year. 2 firsts and 2 seconds next year, and a first and a second in 2027. Combine that with multiple mid-round picks, and this team is loading up. Now, obviously, that's twofold here. One, you have to hit on the players that you draft, but you also could start to see the Sharks start to move some of these draft picks out for players now. This is a young team that's on the come up quick. So, what do we think, guys? I'm interested in hearing everyone's perspective, especially Red Wings fans on this one. Comment your thoughts down below, and we'll see if this Rantanen trade gets done anytime soon.